Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we will dive into Sheila Carter's insane new plan to fake a terminal illness to stop her divorce from Deacon, and how it completely destroys his relationship with Taylor. So here we are again. Another day, another absolute mess in Los Angeles. I am running on 3 cups of coffee and 0 sleep right now. But I have to get this out, because the spoilers are just too crazy. Sheila Carter is back at it. And by back at it, I mean she is pulling the most classic soap opera move in the book, the fake terminal illness. I mean, we all knew she was not just going to walk away. She told Deacon she would walk away. She told him she wouldn't do anything to go to prison, but she never said she wouldn't fake her own impending death. So that is exactly what she is doing, because she is Sheila, and she is a monster. But she is a smart monster. And let's just break this down, because the sheer audacity of this woman is unmatched. She found out Deacon and Taylor are in love. She threw a fit in Taylor's office with a pizza cutter, which was wild. But then she realized that violence would just get her locked up again, and she hates prison. So she pivoted, she went home, and she probably looked in the mirror and thought, how do I trap this man? How do I make him stay? Guilt. Guilt is the absolute answer. Deacon is a sucker for guilt. He always has been. So she suddenly collapses, or she starts gasping for air, claiming that the extreme psychological shock of his betrayal has triggered some rare fatal condition, a broken heart syndrome on steroids, or whatever fake medical term she read on the internet. But the crazy thing is that it works. It actually works perfectly. Deacon buys it hook, line, and sinker, because he is Deacon. He is a guy who always wants to be the good guy even when he is doing bad things. He cheated on his wife, he feels terrible about it, and now his wife is supposedly dying because of the stress he caused her. So he is drowning in guilt. Sheila tells him she just wants him by her side for her final days, just as a final penance, a way to make up for destroying her heart. And Deacon caves. He absolutely crumbles. He looks at this woman who he used to love, who he defended against everyone, and he thinks he owes her this one last thing. It is so frustrating to watch. So now Deacon is playing nurse, sitting by her bed, holding her hand, while she probably coughs weakly and talks about how much she loved him. And where does this leave Taylor? Taylor is losing her mind. And honestly, I do not blame her. Taylor is a world-renowned psychiatrist. She is a doctor. She knows a fake when she sees one. Her medical instincts are screaming at her that this is a total scam, a cheap act, a parlor trick by a desperate psychopath. Taylor knows Sheila better than anyone. Sheila shot her. Sheila left her for dead in an alley. Taylor knows there is no line Sheila will not cross. So Taylor looks at this terminal illness claim and she just laughs. Or she wants to laugh, because it is so transparently fake. But the problem is Deacon. Deacon does not see it. Deacon is completely blinded by his own guilt. So when Taylor tries to tell him that Sheila is lying, that she is just playing him, Deacon gets defensive. He actually gets mad at Taylor, which is insane. But that is what happens. A massive rift starts to form between Taylor and Deacon, just days after they decided to go public and fight for their love. Now they are fighting with each other, because Taylor is trying to prove Sheila is a liar, and Deacon thinks Taylor is being incredibly cruel. He literally looks at Taylor and thinks, how can you be so heartless to a dying woman? He thinks Taylor's hatred for Sheila is making her paranoid and mean. And Sheila, oh my god, Sheila. She is just lying there in her bed, soaking it all in. She is triumphant. She is winning. She sees the arguments. She hears Deacon defending her to Taylor, and she is probably smiling under the covers. Her plan to divide and conquer is working better than she ever imagined. She didn't even have to use a gun this time. She just used Deacon's own conscience against him. It is a masterclass in manipulation. And it is making me sick to type this, because I am so tired of Sheila getting away with this stuff. But you have to admit, it is good television. It is the kind of messy drama we watch this show for, even if it makes us want to throw our remotes at the screen. So Taylor is desperate. She is watching the man she loves slip away, being sucked back into Sheila's toxic orbit. And Taylor knows she needs proof. She cannot just say Sheila is faking. She needs medical records. She needs a doctor to confirm it. She needs hard evidence. So she decides to play detective, which is always a bad idea on this show. Whenever doctors start sneaking around hospitals looking for files, it always ends badly. But Taylor is desperate. She feels like she is drowning. She feels like the whole world is upside down. She is the only one who sees the truth. It is like being the only sane person in an insane asylum. And who does Taylor go to for help? Finn, John Finnegan, the supposedly brilliant doctor, the guy who is Sheila's biological son, and the guy who is married to Taylor's daughter. You would think Finn would be on Taylor's side. You would think Finn would know his mother is a lying, manipulative psycho. But no, Finn is an idiot. I am sorry, but he is. Finn actually believes Sheila is sick. He falls for it too. Why? Because he has this weird, deep-seated biological pull towards her. Even after everything she has done, even after she shot him and his wife, he still has this tiny part of him that wants a mother. So when he hears she is dying, his doctor brain shuts off. And his vulnerable little boy brain turns on. So Taylor goes to Finn. She is probably pleading with him, saying, Finn, you have to help me look into her charts. You have to run tests. This is a scam. She is trying to steal Deacon back. And Finn just looks at Taylor with these sad puppy dog eyes, and he tells her no. He tells Taylor that he looked at the initial reports, or he talked to the attending physician, whoever Sheila bribed or tricked, and Finn says it is real. He tells Taylor that Sheila is actually suffering from a severe condition brought on by extreme psychological trauma. Finn thinks his mother is dying, and he actually feels bad for her. He sympathizes with the woman who tried to murder him. It is absolutely wild. And Taylor is just standing there, stunned, betrayed. She cannot believe that Finn is taking Sheila's side. Not maliciously, but still taking her side. He is validating Sheila's lie, which gives Deacon even more reason to stay with Sheila. Because if Dr. John Finnegan says it is real, then Deacon is going to believe it is real. Finn is literally handing Sheila the victory on a silver platter. And Taylor has to walk away from that conversation feeling completely defeated. She thought she had an ally in Finn because of their shared trauma. But instead she found another one of Sheila's victims, just blindly following along like a sheep. So what does Taylor do next? She goes to her daughter. She goes to Steffi Forrester. Because Steffi hates Sheila more than anyone on the planet. Steffi has dedicated her life to keeping Sheila away from her family. So Taylor figures Steffi will see right through this. Taylor probably runs into the Cliff House, frantic, pacing around, telling Steffi about the fake illness, telling her how Deacon is being brainwashed, and how Finn is falling for it too. Taylor expects Steffi to rise up in rage, to go storm Sheila's hospital room and rip the IVs out of her arm to prove she is faking, because that is what Steffi usually does. But Steffi's reaction is the most shocking part of this whole spoiler. Steffi does not side with Taylor. Steffi actually turns on her own mother. Steffi looks at Taylor, this frantic, desperate woman, and Steffi tells her she is acting crazy. Steffi thinks Taylor is just blindly jealous. Let that sink in. Steffi Forrester, the president of the I Hate Sheila Carter fan club, thinks her mother is just jealous of Sheila. Why? Because Steffi is already furious with Taylor. Remember, Steffi just found out Taylor was sleeping with Deacon. Steffi thinks Taylor has lost her mind entirely. So when Taylor comes in spinning wild conspiracy theories about fake illnesses, Steffi just sees a jealous ex-lover trying to hold on to a man. Steffi probably tells Taylor to stop embarrassing herself. She probably says, Mom, you stooped so low to sleep with Deacon Sharp, and now you are making up lies because he is spending time with his dying wife. Steffi is using this as a way to punish Taylor. Because Steffi is so disgusted by the Deacon affair, she doesn't even care if Sheila is actually faking or not. Steffi just wants Taylor to stay away from Deacon. So Steffi dismisses Taylor completely, calling her paranoid, calling her jealous, telling her to get a grip and accept that she lost Deacon. It is so cold, it is so harsh, and it leaves Taylor completely and utterly isolated. And this is the brilliance of the writing right now, even though it is frustrating. They have managed to isolate Taylor completely. Deacon thinks she is cruel. Finn thinks she is wrong medically. And Steffi thinks she is pathetic and jealous. Taylor has literally no one. She is standing on an island of truth, surrounded by an ocean of lies. And Sheila is the one who built the island. Sheila didn't even have to lift a finger to turn Steffi against Taylor. She just let the natural family dynamics do the work for her. It is psychological warfare at its absolute finest, and Taylor is losing badly. So let's talk about Deacon again, because I am just so mad at him. He runs Il Giardino. He is supposed to be this street smart guy. He has run scams before. He knows how the criminal mind works, but when it comes to Sheila, he is just blind. He sits there in that dim room, holding a cup of water for her, listening to her weak little voice. And he probably apologizes to her. He probably says, "I am so sorry I did this to you, Sheila. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to cause your body to shut down." He is taking the blame for her fake disease. He is carrying the weight of her fake impending death on his shoulders, and it is breaking him down. And every time Taylor texts him or calls him, trying to talk sense into him, he probably ignores it, or he replies with something short and cold, like, "I can't talk right now, she needs me," or "Please stop texting me, Taylor, you are upsetting her." Deacon is becoming Sheila's protector again, against Taylor, the woman he supposedly just fell in love with. The woman he was ready to fight the whole Forrester family for. Now he is pushing her away because he thinks she is a monster for doubting a dying woman. The irony is just too thick. The real monster is the one he is fluffing the pillows for. I just picture the scenes. The dramatic lighting, Sheila coughing into a tissue, and then quickly checking to make sure Deacon isn't looking before she smirks. It is classic soap camp, but it works because the stakes are so high. If Deacon marries Taylor, Sheila loses everything. Her whole redemption arc, her whole life in Los Angeles. She needs Deacon to legitimize her. She needs him to anchor her to the normal world. Without Deacon, she is just the town pariah again. So this illness is her lifeline. She is clinging to it with everything she has, and she will drag anyone down with her who tries to expose it. And what about Finn? I need to go back to Finn for a second, because his involvement in this is going to cause huge problems for his marriage to Steffi. Steffi might think Taylor is jealous right now, but Steffi still hates Sheila. So if Finn starts spending time at Sheila's bedside because he thinks she is dying, Steffi is going to lose her mind. Steffi told Finn to stay away from her, but Finn is a doctor and a son. If he thinks his mom has weeks to live, he is going to break Steffi's rules. He is going to visit her, he is going to try and treat her, and that is going to ignite a massive bomb in the Cliff House. Steffi will not tolerate it, but for now Steffi is just focused on punishing Taylor. It is so twisted. The mother-daughter relationship between Taylor and Steffi has always been so strong. They always supported each other. But Deacon is the wedge. Deacon Sharp destroys everything he touches. He destroyed Brooke's life back in the day. He destroyed Bridget's life. And now he is destroying Taylor's relationship with her daughter, just by existing, just by being the guy Taylor decided to sleep with. It makes you wonder if Taylor is sitting in her office right now, regretting the whole thing, wishing she had never let Deacon kiss her in the first place. But Taylor is stubborn. She is a fighter. She is not going to just let Sheila win, even if everyone is against her. I know Taylor. She is going to keep digging. She is going to try to find the doctor that Sheila paid off. Or she is going to try to sneak into the hospital lab and run the blood test herself. She is going to risk her medical license to prove she is right. Because it is not just about Deacon anymore. It is about her own sanity. She needs to prove to Steffi and Finn and Deacon that she is not crazy. She needs to prove that she is right and they are all idiots. It has become a matter of pride and professional integrity for Taylor. And imagine the fallout when the truth finally comes out. Because it always comes out. Eventually Sheila will slip up. She will get caught eating a cheeseburger when she is supposed to be on a liquid diet. Or someone will overhear her bragging to herself. Or Taylor will finally get her hands on the real medical records. When that happens, the explosion is going to be nuclear. Deacon is going to realize he threw away Taylor for a lie. He is going to realize he was manipulated and played for a fool. His guilt is going to turn into pure, unadulterated rage. I cannot wait to see Deacon finally snap on Sheila. And Finn. Finn is going to be devastated. He trusted her again. He let his guard down again. He looked at her medical charts and believed her. When he finds out she faked a terminal illness just to manipulate his father-in-law and his mother-in-law, he is going to be so disgusted. It might finally be the thing that severs his bond with her forever. You can only fake your death so many times before your kids stop caring. And Steffi is going to have to eat a massive slice of humble pie. She is going to have to look at her mother and apologize for calling her crazy and jealous. Steffi hates being wrong. So that is going to be a great scene. But we are a long way from that resolution. Right now we are in the thick of the deception. We are in the trenches of Sheila's lies, and it is dark down here. It is frustrating. I am typing this and my fingers are actually angry. I hate seeing Taylor treated like this. I hate seeing smart characters dumbed down just to make a villain's plot work, but that is the nature of the beast. We have to endure the frustration to get to the payoff. We have to watch Deacon be a gullible fool so we can cheer when he finally wakes up. So, yeah, that is the massive spoiler for the next few weeks. Sheila's fake terminal illness is going to consume everything. It is going to sideline the Forrester Creations drama. It is going to overshadow the Logan sisters feud. It is going to be the only thing anyone is talking about. Deacon is trapped in a prison of his own guilt. Taylor is trapped in a prison of everyone thinking she is crazy. And Sheila is holding all the keys. It is a brilliant, awful, messy storyline, and I will be here covering every single agonizing minute of it. Because I have no life, and this show has ruined me. I just keep thinking about how Sheila is going to play this. Will she start planning her own funeral? Will she ask Deacon to renew their vows on her deathbed? Oh my god, she totally will. She will make him promise to love her forever right before she supposedly flatlines. She is going to milk this for all the drama it is worth. She will probably ask to see Hope too, to give her a tearful goodbye. And Hope will probably fall for it too, because Hope is just as gullible as her father. The whole Logan and Spencer and Forrester families are going to be dragged into this circus. And Taylor will be standing in the back of the room screaming at the top of her lungs that the Emperor has no clothes, but nobody will listen. It is a classic Cassandra complex. She has the gift of prophecy and truth, but the curse of never being believed. Taylor Hayes is Cassandra, and Sheila Carter is the Trojan horse, just sneaking right back into Deacon's life disguised as a dying woman. I swear the writers of this show must sit in a room and just ask themselves, how can we make the viewers scream at their televisions today? And they succeeded. They absolutely succeeded. Anyway, I am exhausted. This whole situation is exhausting. But you know, I will be watching, I will be taking notes, and I will be back here ranting about it again tomorrow. Because that is what we do. We complain, but we never tune out. So buckle up, everyone. The Sheila Carter Fake Death Tour is about to begin. And it is going to be a very bumpy ride for Taylor and Deacon. Let me know in the comments if you think Taylor will find the proof before Deacon does something stupid like renew his vows, or if you think Steffi is right and Taylor's just losing her mind. Until next time, stay sane out there.